This October brings us the return of director David O. Russell to the big screen, a DCEU flick with The Rock as Black Adam, and a Woody Harrelson comedy as the Palme d'Or winner at the Cannes Film Festival. These are 11 October movies ranked by anticipation, plus 3 more. Hey everybody, Dragon Movie Guy here. October 2022 brings us several Netflix Oscar hopefuls, Cate Blanchett as a Beethoven-like composer who could freeze time, and Dwayne Johnson in his long-awaited debut as Black Adam. What movies are you looking forward to watch the most this October? Let me know in the comments section down below. In at number 11, we start off my October list with a Marlon Wayans Halloween flick, moving his family to a small town in The Curse of Bridge Hollow.
Everybody around here kind of goes crazy around Halloween.
Do you still believe in Santa Claus?
Marlon Wayans, the science teacher, doesn't believe in magical and mystical goings-on. But his daughter Sydney, played by Priya Ferguson, starts to believe when...
Stingy Jack tricked me into finding his old lantern. And now the Halloween decorations are coming to life.
Come on, Sid.
Doug Dawson voices Stinging Jack, with Jurassic World's Lauren Lapkus, SNL's Rob Riggle, and Destiny Child's Kelly Rowlands as Sydney's mom, Emily. This looks like a lighthearted, fun, family Halloween film, and at just 89 minutes, it won't take much time away from trick or treating.
This is our house. We are not about to die here.
You know,
Booyah!
you can kick its ass.
The Curse of Bridge Hollow streams on Netflix October 14th. In at number 10 is a coming-of-age drama set in Reagan-era New York, dealing with the complicated issues of family and friends in Armageddon Time.
My stepbrother gave him to me. He's in the Air Force.
That's so cool.
How dare you! A menace!
You're not to associate with him again.
Why?
I think you know what I mean.
Banks Rapetta plays Paul Graff, a Jewish kid growing up in complicated times. We get an all-star cast with Oscar winner Anne Hathaway as Paul's mom, and Succession's Jeremy Strong as Paul's dad. And we get Sir Anthony Hopkins as Paul's grandfather Aaron, who also survived complicated times before coming to America.
Sometimes they go out looking for Jews. They hated us then, they still hate us.
Ad Astra director James Gray writes and directs Armageddon Time. It looks like an examination of the hard choices that people have to make when money and safety don't come easily, and how people are forced to choose sides in a polarizing world.
Just wanted to be like you.
I want you to be a whole lot better than me. Life is unfair. Be thankful when you get a leg up. You make the most of your break.
Armageddon Time comes out October 28th. In at number 9 is Raymond and Ray, a reunion of brothers at their father's funeral, with Ewan McGregor and Ethan Hawke playing the estranged siblings.
The old man was always screwing with us.
I want to show you the casket that your father pre-selected.
The cheapest man who ever lived.
Writer-director Rodrigo Garcia brings us the story of a father so distant from his own sons, he asks that they dig his grave. Not surprisingly, that distance leaves plenty of surprises for Raymond and Ray to figure out before they can lay him to rest.
Hi. How did you know our father?
We were lovers for a while.
Raymond and Ray, your brothers.
This comedy drama premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival last month and looks like an exploration of the catharsis that comes from saying goodbye to a parent. Maribel Verdú plays Lucia, the mother to Benjamin Harris's late-in-life son Simon, played by Maxim Swinton. It'll be interesting to see how these men in their 50s deal with having a baby brother 40 years younger than they are, and if they can make peace with their late father's negligent parenting.
We come from chaos. Our father was a monster.
Just being near each other is a reminder of all that pain. It's gonna take a whole lot more than a hole in the ground to get the old man out of your head.
Raymond and Ray streams on Apple TV Plus October 21. If you're liking this video so far, please be sure to hit the like button until it turns black. That helps out with the algorithm. In at number 8 is the story of a friendship, or more specifically, the end of a friendship, with absolutely no warning in the Banshees of Inisherin.
We're still the best of friends.
No, you're not.
Who says we're not?
Sit somewhere else.
Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson play best friends Patrick and Colum, who have a falling out. Colum just decides to end their friendship one day, and Patrick is confused as to why. Oscar winner Martin McDonagh writes and directs Banshees in what appears to be a fun comedy about a messy breakup. One man seems to be tired of listening, and the other seems not to realize how much he's talking.
2 hours you spent talking to me about the things in your little donkey shite that day.
Well, it wasn't me little donkey shite, it was me pony shite, which shows how much you were listening.
From Searchlight Pictures, Banshees has been hitting the film festival circuit, with Colin Farrell winning Best Actor at the Venice Film Festival. This seems like a fairly basic story about fairly complex characters set against a beautiful Irish landscape. Avengers Endgame's Kerry Condon and The Batman's Barry Keoghan also star.
You know who we remember in the 17th century? Who? No one. Everyone to a man knows Mozart's name.
I don't, so there goes that theory.
The Banshees of Inisherin comes out October 21. In at number 7 is what looks to be a moving biopic about the murder of Emmett Till and the mourning of his mother Mamie as she shared her pain with the world.
Oh, he just doesn't understand how different things are. Be small down there.
Like this?
Jalen Hall plays Emmett Till, a teen from Chicago visiting his cousins down south in Mississippi. Daniel Deadweiler plays his mom. Like any mom, Mamie worries about her son. And when the worst possible thing happens, she's forced to bury her son after his brutal murder.
When I became a mother, my hands were busy all the time, just like I know his laughter in a crowded room.
Director Chinonye Chukwu looks like she focuses quite a bit on the life of Till and his mother at the personal level, rather than solely on the larger story that we learned about in school. This looks like a personal story that focuses on Mamie as a mom raising Emmett, the living teen that he was. I like that the trailer shows us the chemistry between mother and son, and the worrying that any parent has to do as they raise a teenager.
No, they have to see it for themselves.
Those pictures of your son change people's lives.
Till comes out October 14th. In at number 6 is a Project Key and Peele superfans have been waiting years for, the stop-motion animated film, Wendell and Wild.
What are you doing in my dream?
We are Wendell and Wild.
Who?
Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key return as a comedy duo in this horror-themed animated film from Nightmare Before Christmas director Henry Selick. Key and Peele played demons Wendell and Wild respectively, with an extended cast of Angela Bassett, James Hong, and Ving Rhames. Lyric Ross voices Kat, a teenager who can see Wendell and Wild
Beelzebub?
Wendell and Wild battle sister Helly, voiced by Angela Bassett, seeking to come back to the land of the living. The animation looks great in the trailers, but not much of the story is shown in the trailers so far. Still, as someone who loves both Key and Peele and Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm looking forward to Wendell and Wild coming to Netflix just in time for Halloween.
I'm coming for you.
Everyone's got demons. My demons have names.
Wendell and Wild hits theaters October 21, then streams on Netflix October 28. To see more ranking videos like this one, please be sure to hit the red subscribe button until it turns white. That'll let you know whenever I post a new video. In at number 5 stars 2 Oscar winners as nurses, one good, one bad, in The Good Nurse.
I'm really good, but I'm working a lot. You still owe me, but it can wait, really. Oh no. There's 50. Sorry about that.
Jessica Chastain plays a struggling single mom trying to keep food on the table. Her character, Amy Loughren, works as a nurse in an intensive care unit. Eddie Redmayne plays Charlie Cullen, a fellow ICU nurse who befriends Amy and provides emotional support, at least until law enforcement starts asking questions.
Here you go. Yeah, it was sudden.
Mind taking a look at this?
It's a double medication error.
We understand that you work with a Charlie Cullen.
The police start asking questions, and the questions are all about Charlie being a nurse who kills his patients, a so-called angel of death. This drama looks like it's primed for possible Oscar buzz. And with director Tobias Lindholm writing last year's Oscar-nominated Another Round, I wouldn't be surprised if nominations come.
Oh my God. There's insulin in her system.
The Good Nurse hits theaters October 19, then streams on Netflix October 26. In at number 4 is the latest outing from the DC Extended Universe and a possible future opponent for Shazam, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in Black Adam.
It's been asleep for 5,000 years.
We're here to negotiate your peaceful surrender.
Black Adam, the magical warrior, originated in ancient Egypt, not to be confused with Dwayne Johnson's other magical warrior from ancient Egypt, the Scorpion King. But the Scorpion King comes from Dark Horse Comics, and Black Adam comes from the much bigger DC. Black Adam appears to be more anti-hero than straight-up villain this time out. And we get cameos from Amanda Waller and the Justice Society of America, including Hawkman, played by Noah Centineo, and Dr. Fate, played by James Bond himself, Pierce Brosnan.
It's his darkness that lets him do what heroes cannot.
The battle you're meant to fight is upon us.
This looks like a fun flick, and Dwayne Johnson always brings his unique combination of strength and charm to every role. But even I have to admit, it looks like the trailer is stealing key moments from Iron Man and Black Panther.
You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior.
We'll see which one he is for the DCEU 2. Black Adam hits theaters October 21. In at number 3 is Tar, starring Cate Blanchett as a modern-day Mozart, a classical music composer and conductor, also tortured by her massive talent.
Thank you for joining us, Maestro.
Thank you.
How's the writing going?
Not so well. I keep hearing something.
Blanchett stars as the titular Lydia Tarr, a generational talent at the height of her musical skill, acclaimed across the musical world. But it appears her mental health might be starting to suffer, as her mastery and madness might be closely related.
Do you ever find yourself overwhelmed by emotion?
Yes. Yes, that does happen.
3-time Oscar nominee Todd Field returns with his first feature film in 16 years, and what looks to be yet another Oscar hopeful. The psychological drama has already been generating buzz on the film festival circuit, and looks like a great character study that's both artsy-fartsy and accessible to the masses.
You want to dance the mask, you must service the composer. You gotta supplement yourself, your ego, and yes, your identity.
Tar has a limited release October 7, before expanding wider to more theaters October 28.
Josh, time to wake up. Come on. He's not dangerous. He's a crocodile. He can't talk, but he can sing.
Singer Shawn Mendes voices the titular Lyle in Lyle, Lyle, Crocodile. Based off the popular children's story, Lyle, Lyle, Crocodile features Scoot McNairy and Constance Wu as the parents of Josh, played by Winslow Fegley. Mendes produced new songs for this film, and the CGI animation of Lyle looks non-threatening but realistic-ish, which is probably a good thing in this case. Lyle, Lyle, Crocodile hits theaters October 7th.
Wir bleiben zusammen, ja, Paul? Wir bleiben zusammen.
Ich habe Angst vor dem, was kommt.
Netflix adapts Ernest Hemingway's classic novel, All Quiet on the Western Front. Daniel Bruhl, Albrecht Schuh, and Sebastian Hulk star in this trailer done entirely in musical score and German dialogue. Co-written and directed by Edward Berger, All Quiet on the Western Front has limited theatrical release on October 14 and streams on Netflix October 28.
They think they were a bunch of showboat players who's gonna do the dirty work to win.
But I understood what it meant to build chemistry. Because if that didn't work, there's no way none of this was gonna work.
Those are the voices of the late Kobe Bryant, the GOAT LeBron James, and Dwayne Wade, describing the attitude the 2008 U.S. men's basketball team was up against after the United States failed to win a gold medal in the 2004 Olympics. For basketball fans, this should be an interesting look behind the scenes. For non-basketball fans, it will be interesting to see a group of young, famous millionaire athletes setting aside their egos and working hard during their off-season for nothing more than a chance to represent their country. The Redeem Team streams on Netflix October 7th. In at number 2 is a murder mystery comedy from director David O. Russell, Amsterdam.
2 soldiers and a nurse found ourselves in
Amsterdam.
Set in the 30s, Christian Bale's Burt Berenson, Margot Robbie's Valerie Bowes, and John David Washington's Harold Woodman form a seemingly unlikely friendship that lasts the test of time. The trio witness a murder, then become suspects themselves in this latest period piece from David O. Russell. The trailer boldly declares, a lot of this actually happened, but the line where fact leaves off and fiction starts will have to wait until Amsterdam comes out.
We think that was us. Doctor looking for his eye on the ground with his black attorney. Columbia Law School.
David O. Russell is the master of quirky characters and snappy dialogue, and Amsterdam looks like another film that fits that bill. Amsterdam looks like a ton of fun and has an amazing cast that includes Chris Rock, Anya Taylor-Joy, Mike Myers, Rami Malek, and Taylor Swift. This feels like a pretty large story to match the top-notch cast.
Larger than any of us. You're gonna have to take my lead getting out of this. Had to hit a lady with a brick one time.
Amsterdam hits theaters October 7th. In at number 1 is the overall winner at this year's prestigious Cannes Film Festival, a Woody Harrelson satirical black comedy, Triangle of Sadness.
Congratulations! Show me that Balenciaga look. Suddenly I'm dressed in something way less expensive. It's H&M! Yay! Balenciaga! And H&M.
Paris Dickinson plays a successful male model named Carl who decides to go on a cruise to celebrate landing a big job. Writer-director Ruben Östlund makes his English-language film debut in this film, poking fun at the super high net wealth community and the world that opens up to them because of that wealth. This is definitely a group of people that almost never hear the word no.
Always. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I command you. Enjoy. You say no to me?
No, no.
Oh, so it's yes.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Going in.
Yes.
Woody Harrelson plays the ship's captain, Thomas Smith, who also has to cater to the every whim of the top 1%ers. This looks like a fun social commentary that's heavy on the fun and light on the commentary. Sort of.
I don't think that's possible. This is a motorized vessel.
Yeah.
So we don't have any sails.
Triangle of Sadness hits the big screen October 7th. You've seen my list? Now let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments section down below, what movies are you looking forward to watching the most this month? To see my top movies for this fall, please be sure to click right over here. I've been Dragon Movie Guy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.